A health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27 and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
iHeart is America's #1 podcast network. Open the free iHeart app and explore podcasts like this.
A quiet residential neighborhood erupts in chaos. Carmine Galante, the feared boss of the Bonanno crime family, lies dead, his cigar still clutched between his teeth.
Masked men walked into Joe and Mary's luncheonette in Brooklyn today and gunned down Carmine Galante, a man believed to be the most powerful mafia chieftain in the country.
The execution sent shockwaves through the criminal underworld and set the stage for one of the most pivotal criminal cases in New York City history. From the minds behind the acclaimed television series comes Law and Order: Criminal Justice System. This isn't a scripted drama. These are real stories told by the people who have lived them.
My father should have been a dead man.
For decades, the mafia had New York City in a stranglehold, with law enforcement seemingly powerless to intervene. But the murder of Carmine Galante marked the beginning of the end. Discover how a group of young prosecutors took on the mafia, and with the help of law enforcement, brought down its most powerful figures. I'm Anna-Siga Nicolazzi, and from Wolf Entertainment and iHeart Podcasts, this is Law and Order: Criminal Justice System.
Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and listen now.
This is KVET AM Austin, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, an iHeart radio station, and your home for the horns. Guaranteed human.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Harge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the horns. 1300 The Zone.
Okay.
K-Town, Pflugerville, Leander, H-Town, Pearland, Mo City, El Paso,
San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas,
or wherever you may be listening. This is a Turn the Page Tuesday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeart Radio app. Texas football is 39 days away from the start of the season, and Texas State will be coming to town. So today, we will talk about the quarterbacks that will be participating. Joe Cook of Inside Texas will be joining us at 7:34. We've got the NFL news, notes, and nuggets. Texas men's basketball schedule is released, and the Hall of Fame of Major League Baseball has its new inductees. I am your host, Mike Hardball Harge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And, of course, we've got our guy, Ronald, on the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, if you want to voice your opinion, all you got to do is leave it with that talkback feature on the new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. We'll receive it instantly. If it's good enough, you might hear it on air.
If it's good enough.
And I want y'all to truly understand this. Coming up in the next couple weeks, we are going to be using the talkback feature. So if you have not downloaded the always free iHeartRadio app, you may not be able to give us anything on the talkback because you don't know how to use it. But I want you to use that. And I really want you to use the texting because we are about to get into football season, Mark, and we know everybody's got an opinion about something.
I can't wait to talk back to somebody.
That's what I'm talking about, and I'm ready to be active. I'm back. I'm back in
the
seat.
Oh, you getting active?
I'm ready. I'm active, man. This is what we've been waiting for, the dog days of summer that really wasn't that bad. Dog days
the
of
dead
summer,
period is real, though.
But it really wasn't. There was something going on.
Listen, man, I've watched 3 weeks of football games that I saw already, or I knew what the ending was going to be.
But you didn't immerse yourself into the World Cup. You didn't immerse yourself in the World Baseball Classic. You did not dive in to all the greatness that was happening that led us through the summer where we had something to talk about every day.
I tell you?
I'm telling you, it was not dead. It was an exciting time. This was probably the best time that I've been doing radio.
You saying that because you just coming off vacation.
No. I'm saying it because, that has a little bit to do with it. I needed it. But you go through all your career, and everybody's talked about this. And you've heard Craig Way goes on vacation for 2 weeks because he's like, I'm not doing anything for a while.
Because he know that the dead period is real.
But it wasn't this year. But it wasn't. This is the first time in the history.
The World Cup was great.
Well, we had World Cup. We had World Baseball Classic. We had the Olympics. We had everything
We're
that
Wimbledon.
happened.
Yeah.
We had Here you go with Wimbledon.
And then now we get to right now. I'm living in the now. I'm talking about the last 5 days. I have watched 3 A&M games, 2 OU games. Yesterday, I watched 2 games from Ole Miss and LSU and Ole Miss and Florida. Or Florida and Florida State. I'm watching. That's what's on television. That's the only sports that's on is replays.
No, again.
I mean, baseball.
Yes,
okay.
I was about to say.
The Yankees did win a game finally after 37 losses.
They got hurt again. Cody Bellinger is going to be out.
Oh, my gosh, bro. I don't even
weeks.
want to hear the
They're
injury report.
Yeah, they're a mash unit.
Everybody hurt.
This would have been the perfect time for me to be playing for the Yankees farm system because I would have got a call.
You getting called up?
I'm getting a shot.
Somebody called.
I'm getting a shot. I'm getting a shot. But we are on the precipice of the college football season. We are ready for NFL action. There is so much going
39
on.
days, Orange.
39 days.
We in the 30s.
Yes. Brian Robinson days right here. All right, I want to get into this because, as we said, college football is very, very close. And Texas football is obviously part of the conversation. But ESPN Insights has released their analytics. You know how I feel about those all the time. Their football power index about teams that will reach, that has the percentages, the best chances to reach the college football playoffs. As you know, and it's an expanded one. So there's going to be some names in here that you're like, wait, what? How?
What is it, 28 teams now?
Not that many.
I mean, they just tripping.
But the one with the lowest percentage of making it is a team from the state of Texas, and that is the SMU Mustangs. SMU, Rhett Lashley, Jennings at the quarterback position. This is a team that continues to be part of the conversation. They come in at 18%, and they are the 20th team to be in the conversation.
Okay.
Other SEC teams, Tennessee comes in with 20%. Ole Miss comes in at 23%. Oklahoma, 28%. Texas A&M, 39%, along with LSU. Alabama, 41%. Georgia, 64% chance. And the Texas Longhorns lead the SEC with the chance to make the playoffs at 70%. Ohio State is number one at 76%. So that game week 2 will make a huge difference when Texas and Ohio State match up here at DKR. Notre Dame, very talented football team, comes in at 74%. Texas Tech, 58%. And the defending national champion, Indiana, comes in at 57%.
Why'd you wait on Texas Tech?
Well, because I was going all SEC first. I went with SMU just because they were the bottom tier at number 20. But after that, I went all SEC teams.
Oh, okay.
Then I hopped in and let Texas
I thought
Tech in the conversation.
You were still holding a grudge against Joey.
No, Joey's fine. Him and Sark are good buddies.
He's all right guy now.
They chummed up again, so they're back together. So it's all about what's happening now. And to your point, you sit and you start to understand that football season, everybody, as I've always said, everybody at the beginning of the year think that their team is it. They got a chance. This is what it's all about. Let's make this happen. But the reality of it is there's some headliners in this conversation. That Ohio State at 76% is something to think about, because if you look at the Big Ten, you got Ohio State at 76%. You got Oregon at 65%. Indiana at 57%. Michigan at 23%. And Penn State coming in at 22%. USC, 28%. So you have all of these different teams, but it looks to me like the teams are going to come from the Big Ten and the SEC. You do have sprinkle in one Big 12 team. You have an ACC team with Miami coming in, another talented football team, and Clemson coming in at 22%.
I think Miami is going to be a better team than everybody thinks, because the quarterback play was sporadic last year. Everybody talks about Beck like he was, I'm telling you, he's the best shot putter in football. He throw the football like a shot put. And I think that accuracy at quarterback could make that team deadly.
Yeah, Messiah is going to be pretty doggone good there. But the analytics always look good at the very beginning of the year, and I'll bookmark this to see how close they were when the season comes to an end. But we are 39 days away from Texas taking on Texas State here at DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. No, it's not even Memorial Stadium anymore. DKR football stadium. But here's the thing. You can hear all the action all season long right here on your home for Texas football on AM 1300 The Zone with the voice of Texas football, our guy Craig Way. Craig Way show this afternoon 2 to 5, so stay locked in. We got so much to get into. As I said, Joe Cook of Inside Texas will be joining us at 7:34. It's Joe Cook's last hurrah. Yeah. He'll explain everything there. We got NFL news, notes, and nuggets. How disastrous was the hire of Bill Belichick? I think it's starting to rear its ugly head even more so. But coming up next, we got Texas State on the brain. First game of the year. Both of these quarterbacks are highly touted. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Brad Jackson. Texas fans, be prepared. He's pretty good. All that and more right here on a Turn the Page Tuesday edition of the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio app.
Longhorn Nation. The Texas Longhorns are on top of the college athletics world.
Longhorns have won their second straight softball national championship.
For the third straight year and fifth time in 6 years, Texas Athletics has claimed the Director's Cup.
The Texas Longhorns are headed for the Final Four.
From the diamond to the court, everything runs through Austin.
March Manning, touchdown Texas!
1300 The Zone, your home for champions, your home for the Horns. Hook 'em.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
Heads up for drivers this morning on the 130 Toll Road northbound. All lanes are closed off due to a serious early morning accident at FM 969, and all traffic going this direction is being diverted off to FM 969. It's causing a major headache and delay start from Highway 71. Over on I-35 northbound, your stop and go as well from the 45 Southeast Toll to William Cannon. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lorenz and Lorenz, personal injury attorneys.
I'm attorney Ted Lorenz. If you've been hurt in a car or truck wreck, Lorenz and Lorenz is here for you. We offer a free consultation and don't get paid until we win your case. Lorenz and Lorenz, we're on top of it. Austin, Texas.
Looking for a smart way to help your teen learn money management? The award-winning True Youth account and debit card from ATFCU gives teens the tools to build good financial habits with joint digital banking access so parents stay informed. Safeguards like a $250 daily spending limit, no overdraft protection, no international purchases, and no monthly fees help teens spend responsibly. Open a True Youth account in person at any branch. Learn more at atfcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
If you run a business, you know how hard it is to get your customers' attention. Yet 85% of consumers say radio is the last thing they hear before shopping. Let iHeartRadio help you reach your next customer today at 844-844-iHeart.
Hi, this is Tom McKay, owner of Audiovisual Consultations. Today's home electronics can be a bit daunting. My company has spent the last 38 years making sure they are not. We carry all major brands of television and stereo equipment at prices you can't find in stores, and you don't have to leave your house. We come to you. I believe in having fun and dreaming big. If you have a dream for your home entertainment, let me know. I can make that dream come true. Anything from theaters to multi-room audio systems, lighting control, computer networks, hell, even golf simulators. We cultivate clients for a lifetime by treating everyone like their family. And we provide everything at incredibly competitive prices and install it seamlessly into your home. So relax, hug your kids, make love to your wife, and smile. Then give us a call at 512-255-8678. It's 512-255-8678 or online at avconsultations.com.
A new challenge for Carly Simon. The legendary singer says she has Parkinson's disease.
You're so vain. You probably think this song is about you. You're so vain.
The 83-year-old singer-songwriter has revealed to People that she was diagnosed with Parkinson's after undergoing an extensive medical evaluation at the Mayo Clinic. Simon released a statement explaining she had purposely stepped away from the public eye to learn how to live with the progressive neurological condition, noting that her symptoms can be highly unpredictable from day to day. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Jay-Z's adding additional dates to his limited concert series, 2 shows at London's Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on September 4th and 5th, as well as 2 shows at LA's SoFi Stadium, October 23rd and 24th. The additional dates follow his 3 sold-out shows at Yankee Stadium earlier this month. And Prince's Purple Rain is coming to Broadway. A stage adaptation of the 1984 cult classic film is in the works, with more than 20 of the singer's iconic hits, including When Doves Cry and I Would Die for You. Previews begin in March at the Majestic Theater in New York, with an opening night set for April 12th. That's entertainment. I'm Daria Albinger.
Phones, laptops, cars, smart speakers, even on your TV. All devices, all the time. We are everywhere you are. 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, always free on the iHeartRadio app. Coming up in the next segment, we'll talk to our guy Joe Cook of Inside Texas, get the latest, ask him a couple questions about Texas football and the expectations of the season, and we'll get his final prediction. That's right, his final prediction of Texas and their record from our guy Joe Cook. All right, let's get into this conversation because I want to talk about the matchup between Texas and Texas State. Yes, Texas is a 30.5-point favorite if you look at DraftKings and ESPN, which means nothing until they get on the field and we can see exactly how this Texas football team has gelled as they will get to work next week. But a lot of folks are going to be talking about Arch Manning, and rightfully so, what Arch Manning's done and how he's progressed throughout his time as the quarterback here at the University of Texas. For those that want to discredit, as they like to say, what he was able to do, you sound foolish if you are thinking that watching the games and watching him play, that you don't understand how good this young man developed into. The player that he chose to be, the showing up every single week. And I got a chance to sit down. I heard you guys play the audio of myself and Arch Manning.
Yeah, we did.
And his personality lets you know that he's good at what he does. He's comfortable in his skin.
That he sounded more than a quarterback.
He's definitely more than that. And he sounded very mature. He's gone through this. He talked about not wanting to do SEC media days, but he talked to his family and they were like, no, you need to do this because now you are that guy. So now you look at it and you say, okay, Arch Manning, we're going to continue to have a lot of conversations about him throughout the year. But I wanted to bring up something about this Brad Jackson, the quarterback from Texas State. Now, when you think of Texas State, most of the time you think this game is going to be one that just going to run through there and
dynamite.
Yeah. Mark is hopeful. I know Mark is like, we're running him out of there.
Hey, but I'm that quarterback is dynamite.
Yes, he is.
He's like dynamite too. He's not big, but he is good. And I'm Doug Flutie was little. Yeah. Doug Flutie would bust your face open though.
Right.
And this guy is very similar to him in the sense that not only can he scramble, but he always keeps his eyes upfield. Like he's a good quarterback.
Yes. And just to give you the numbers to put it in perspective, so you are aware of this, and we'll talk about him again right before this ball game. He accounted for 38 touchdowns last year for Texas State. 38 touchdowns.
You gotta say it slow.
He accounted Brad Jackson, the quarterback from San Antonio Reagan, accounted for 38 touchdowns last season for Texas State Bobcats.
Lord have mercy.
He also had 3,968 total yards of offense. That's a school record. Those 38 touchdowns he's responsible for, school record. He had 17 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
17. He ran for 744 yards on the ground. He had a 71.3 completion rate, which, too, is a single season record at Texas State. 21 passing touchdowns, and he threw for 3,224.
And it's going to be more. It's going to be more of the same this year, except for the first game of the season.
he's gonna have a reality
it's gonna
check.
Start.
Right?
It's gonna start after DKR.
Well, and it's ironic that you say that because their second game happens to be against a team that Texas plays their third game. They will be playing UTSA their second game right after playing the University of Texas. So as you sit here today and we ponder all of these games and these quarterbacks and the right to be in the playoffs and how many games is going to be enough to get there, you're going to see a true dual threat quarterback in the very first game of the season. You're going to see an opportunity for Will Muschamp to design a defense that can handle a dual threat quarterback, because that is going to play in to some of the matchups that you have later in the year.
I'm going to tell you something. If Colin Simmons and Biles are running around back there at that first and second level,
yeah,
I'm not only am I going to keep my head on the swivel, but the ball coming out of my hand pretty hot.
Which is my point of being able to start the year off against a team with a dual threat quarterback that you will be able to gauge what some of these other quarterbacks you're going to see later on in the year. Now, obviously, he's not going to be Trinidad Chambers. We understand that. He's not built like that. He's not Julian Sane. But you're going to have an opportunity to formulate some game plans and recognize certain traits or maybe even certain schemes that may be able to mirror some of the things that you want to do for later on in the season.
Well, it's funny you mentioned the word mirror, because that's kind of like the spy terminology. I see some of that sometimes on third down, especially third down. You put the spy, but first, second down, you put your ears back and you try to go get him. You know, like I think that's going to be the consensus of what Texas is going to do on first and second down. They're going to bump and run you. They're going to send guys, and it's not going to come from the same place every time.
Right.
But most of the time, you're going to see it come right up the middle, because they want you to feel, Muschamp wants you to feel the pressure of, I see you coming right down my neck. And I think that's a great strategy. I mean, there'll be times where Colin Simmons will have outside containment.
Right.
That he won't be rushing, because right in the quarterback's face, he'll see a corner coming. Because they send that star position.
Right.
They send him at you. So you got three guys that can come from different directions. Colin Simmons on one side. You got the star position, whoever you put in the star position that comes periodically. And right up the middle, you're going to have Biles or Ty Anthony Smith coming to pay you a visit. And that's without Lance Jackson developing into what I think he's going to develop into, which is another star like Colin Simmons.
Yeah.
Like, he may not be Colin Simmons, but he's going to be Colin Simmons light.
Well, Colin Simmons is definitely on a mission. Getting a chance to talk to him at SEC Media Days, looking at his demeanor, he's all business all the time, and that's been something that I've been very impressed with. But talking about Texas State and the expectations, Texas State last year went to another bowl game, finished the year 7-6, was in every single ball game, but ended up going 4-4 in conference play. But this is a team that has the ability they recruited well. G.J. Kinney is really dialed in with the Texas coaches, so Texas high school coaches, so he's getting an opportunity to get those types of players. But when you look at this team and the thought process of their first year in the Pac-12, new season, new goals, new thoughts, this is going to be a big challenge for them. They're going to come in here and play. You already know that. They're going to understand what it is. They'll probably pull out all the stops early in the ball game just to see what they can get and try to fool Texas. But during the long run and the long scheme of it all, this is going to be a tough road to hoe, but I just wanted to make sure that people obviously look at Brad Jackson as somebody that can definitely put you on edge a little bit. They will definitely put you on edge. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. But that quarterback position is something that Texas State fans are really, really excited about.
Well, I hope this is a stage for him so people can see who he is.
Yep.
Because us here in Central Texas, we know who he is.
Yep.
We've seen all the results. Everybody else haven't.
Yeah, they'll get a
and
chance.
And they will with Texas.
Yep. The nation will be watching that first game of the year, and Brad Jackson will be across from Arch Manning. They won't be tackling each other, but they'll be battling head-to-head to see what happens next. Speaking of what happens next, Joe Cook of Inside Texas joins us to talk all things Longhorns and give his final prediction of the season right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio app.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
All lanes remain closed down this morning due to a crash and police investigation on the 130 Toll Road northbound at FM 969. This is causing a multi-mile backup and a multi-hour backup. Delays start from Highway 71. Over on I-35 northbound, also stop and go from the 45 Southeast Toll up to William Cannon Drive. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, an easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
Truck shopping just got easier because Cover Ford Hutto is now open on Saturdays. And right now, you can save $10,744 on a new 2026 Ford F-150 STX. Whether you're headed to work, the lake, or a Longhorns game day, the F-150 has the power and capability to get you there. Stop by Cover Ford Hutto this Saturday and drive home these incredible savings. It's a Cover deal. That's Cover Ford Hutto, right off of 79 in Hutto. CoverFordHutto.com.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Therapy Thursday with Ellen K is a new podcast where secrets come out, emotions run high, and no topic is off limits. Brought to you by AirTasker. Whether it's a task that just popped up or you've been putting it off for weeks, local taskers are ready to help. Listen to Therapy Thursday with Ellen K now on the iHeartRadio app and wherever you get your podcasts.
In this edition of the Marketer's Report, Scott Hinchelwood, a director at St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, talks about the power of live events.
We've been working with iHeart now going back to your beginning, and we have over 60 iHeart station partners out there telling our story, and it really helps drive that St. Jude mission home and share our patients and share our mission.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia connects marketers to the audiences, live events, and trusted influencers you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartAdvertising.com.
You know, I used to think all money managers were the same until I spoke with Fisher Investments.
Really? How different are they?
Fisher's investment counselors are dedicated to service, not sales, keeping clients up to date on their portfolio.
Well, they probably just invest in a bunch of mutual funds like I do.
Nope. They build a tailored portfolio based on their clients' personal goals, helping them stay on track for a comfortable retirement.
Well, they must make commissions selling products.
Actually, Fisher doesn't sell any commission-based products. They're a fiduciary, and they believe that's a conflict.
Then they have some kind of complex fee structure.
Nope. Fisher has a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of their client's portfolio. So they do better when their clients do better.
It sounds like Fisher really is different.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Fisher Investments, clearly different wealth management. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
The
The wife of Kansas City Chiefs offense coordinator Eric Bieniemy is hospitalized, recovering after allegedly being shot by the couple's son. Elijah Bieniemy is facing multiple charges. In Tampa, Buccaneers veterans are reporting for training camp with Pro Bowl defensive tackle Vita Vea demanding a trade. This after contract extension talks broke down. In baseball, the Marlins finally win, snapping a 12-game skid, rallying to walk off the Phillies. I'm Matt McCoy.
This is Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Buyers Barricades.
For traffic control rentals, sales, and 24-hour service, trust Buyers Barricades. From roadway safety to special event traffic planning, they've got Texas covered. Visit buyersbarricades.com and keep Texas roads safe. That's buyersbarricades.com. Visit the site today.
What's up, fam? I'm sports journalist Ari Chambers.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Sam J.
And we're the hosts of Everyone Watches Women's Sports, a new podcast from Together and iHeart Women's Sports.
We're breaking down the biggest headlines.
Naomi Osaka showing out.
Shout out to you, Naomi.
The viral moments.
I've been obsessed with Krishan Rock's boxing journey. She looks good. Her combos are swift.
And the stories everyone's talking about across women's sports.
Because everyone watches women's sports.
Open your free iHeartRadio app
and search Everyone Watches Women's Sports and listen now.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Harge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff, a Turn the Page Tuesday edition. And you know it's Tuesday, so there's only one thing that we can do, and that's talk to our guy, Joe Cook of Inside Texas. And Joe, I wanted to get into this conversation real quick because there's so much that is happening, and football season is upon us. The NFL is there. College football is here. Texas gets back after it next week. But all that being said, the SEC voting came out, and Texas came in second to Georgia. And this kind of goes back to your talk about in order to become the champ, you got to beat the champ.
Yeah, and for some reason, the Georgia world wants everybody to think that they got picked like sixth or something like that. It's really weird to see all the Georgia people just kind of be like, oh, everybody's here to crown Texas. And granted, like, you know, if you're finishing second, that means somebody's voting for you for first place plenty. But I think most of the world, including the Texas world, knows that Georgia is the team to beat in this conference until they aren't. And, you know, with college football and the way it works, past performances are not an indicator of a result in the future. But Kirby Smart does things a little bit differently than everybody in the SEC. You know, they don't really go to the portal. What they pay to their roster, they pay to retain it. It's very, very talented, and they have a system that works. Texas, a little bit different strategy this year. They went to the portal a little bit more, but, you know, most of the guys that they're going to be relying on, or a lot of the guys they're going to be relying on, were homegrown as well. So, you know, that poll looks about right. After Ole Miss being number 3 is a little bit surprising. I thought we might have seen A&M or LSU there, especially with the Lane Kiffin hype, but a lot of faith in Trinidad Chambliss, and you saw that with the all SEC teams as well.
Joe, it's funny that everybody complains about the portal situation, but now even Dabo Swinney is using it. Everybody's using it, but everybody's not developing the players that they get out of the portal, and Texas has been able to do that. Do you see that it for the foreseeable future, that narrative changing because of the success for Texas?
You know, I think I do like Sark's approach. I think there's a lot of volatility if you go and get a very just highly portaled roster. You know, I think that's what has made Lane Kiffin and then also Kurt Cignetti so impressive, is that and granted that Kurt Cignetti brought in a lot of James Madison players that he had a good understanding on.
Right.
But what they're able to do to get a lot of different players to come together in 1 year is very, very impressive. I think there is some volatility in that. And to those coaches' credit, we haven't seen that volatility play out in either of their programs. They've established a very, very high floor so far. But I think there is some value, especially in a world where, hey, you do have to kind of understand that money is very bountiful but not limitless. That you got to make sure that you spend your money in the right spots, and if you can go get those recruits, that's the difference between Ole Miss and LSU. It's why Lane Kiffin took the LSU job. You can go to LSU and you can get that 5-star. Yeah, he's still going to be expensive, but he's going to be on your roster, and then you don't have to probably go at a super premium price to get him, on your team. You get him at a pretty reasonable price to keep him on your team. Whereas at Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin had to, probably pay a little bit of a premium to get guys like Jackson Dart and to, keep guys and just get players like that, those star players. I think that's what Texas is doing, and it's a good strategy. But if you do have the financial means and might, and then you also have some roster needs, hey, if your wide receiver needs to be filled, okay, then go get Cam Coleman to fill it instead of getting some guy who was, moderately productive at the, at power conference level, and, is just a replacement player. There's a little bit of both. I think the draft, Steve Sarkisian calling it like, you have your first round picks, you have your later round picks, and you have free agency. You got to start looking at it that way.
Joe, I'm glad you brought that up. And Coach Sark, he's been making a lot of noise this offseason and voicing his opinion. But a lot of folks are a little skeptical about what he said about the roster management, and sometimes you got to let guys go. What were your thoughts when you heard him say that and the backlash that he was getting?
I think it was a good point. I don't know if the words were the exact right ones.
Right.
Because again, when you're Texas, you have a lot of money. Like when we're talking about the most, expensive rosters on the sport this year, Texas is going to be one of those names mentioned. They try to be judicious with that money, and I understand why for a variety of reasons. But they do have a lot of money. And you know what? I think if he had framed the conversation maybe a little bit as we went out to try to upgrade our roster instead of we tried to, not moneyball it, but like just try to make sure that these guys who we were already paying, weren't dragging us into cap hell, I guess to say, and then limited their ability to go get other players. Like, I don't know. I think he was being very, very honest. But he did open himself up for some opponents to be like, oh, you're not going to be developed at Texas. They're going to kick you to the curb. I don't think that's what he was trying to say, and I don't think that's what he said. I think it was a little bit of a clunky way of saying, like, look, I wanted to upgrade the roster because these players weren't good enough, and they weren't, because they went 9-3 in the regular season and didn't make the playoffs. So I don't really disagree with what he said, but I think there were some better words that he could have chosen. And hey, that's the magic of live television.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you this too. We're talking to Joe Cook of Inside Texas. You can follow him at Joseph Cook 89. As we get closer and closer to the start of the football season, give us one Longhorn who isn't getting the recognition right now, but we'll be talking about a little bit later.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go on defense. I'm going to say it's Juice Cryer at linebacker. Rasheem Biles was obviously the big portal pickup, and Ty Anthony Smith, who missed a lot of spring, recovering from a surgery, was, an impact player in the bowl game and is going to be an impact player on this defense. But I think Juice Cryer at that middle linebacker spot gives a little bit of that, classic SEC thumper. There is some limitation with that, especially when you're thinking about playing in space and defending the pass. But he is a player who's done pretty well so far in these summer workouts and established himself pretty well during his time on campus. I am willing to think that the problems at Florida State were not because of him, and then also that he's going to succeed in an environment that's not Florida State in the current landscape. And it seems like he's going to be someone who is going to be an integral part of this year's defense.
What about the secondary?
I think we talk about Grayson Littleton enough?
Right.
I think that's someone who, you play a really hard position at that star. You get a lot of hands-on work. with Will Muschamp, and that's someone who they're going to trust a lot. I don't know, even though he plays star, I don't know how much he's going to come off the field this year. I think he may be someone that they like being able to bump out the corner when they go against some of these heavier offenses, and because they still want him on the field and they value his playmaking so much. And yeah, a lot of the new and shiny things are sometimes easy to gravitate towards, but he was reliable last year as a true freshman in a tough spot, and I think they're going to continue to rely on him this year.
Good. Joe, I wanted to say thank you, man. I saw your article that you wrote the other day to your colleagues and to your fans, and I just wanted to let you know that I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you and your family, and I appreciate everything that you've done and given to our listeners. And anytime you want to come back on, buddy, you know you're more than welcome at any moment.
Harge, Mark, it's been a great honor, and I truly do appreciate it. Y'all have made my Tuesday mornings a whole lot of fun these past couple of years, and been very privileged to be a part of y'all's show and get to know y'all. So thank y'all so much, and thank everybody who's been listening over these past couple of years.
Yeah, and then I know who I need to call here, or at least have my son call when he's in need of something, because I think you're going to be a damn good lawyer, buddy.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, guys.
All right, there he is.
Go
Joe Cook of Inside Texas, one of the best out there, and he's going to be missed because he brings so much to the listeners and the expectations of what it's like to be not only a Texas Longhorn, but more importantly, somebody who covers the Longhorns and gives you great stuff. As always, man, appreciate you, buddy.
Y'all take care. Thank y'all a ton.
All right. There he is, Joe Cook of Inside Texas. Coming up next, what in the wide world of sports is going on at North Carolina? Yeah, we knew it was a mistake from the beginning.
I thought we weren't talking about them no more.
We got to now. They've done some more stuff over there. When we come back right here on the Turn the Page Tuesday edition of the Morning Kickoff, right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app.
Hey there, Texas fans. This is the voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way, inviting you to join us for Longhorn football.
Touchdown! Texas wins!
We'll bring you all of the action all season long, including in-depth analysis and exclusive access to players and coaches before the opening kick and after the final whistle. And every week, we'll talk with Texas Longhorns head coach Steve Sarkisian on Longhorn Weekly. This is your exclusive source for Texas Longhorn football.
On 1300 The Zone. From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
Be ready for a detour this morning. All lanes are closed off on the 130 Tull Road northbound due to a crash and police investigation at FM 969. This is causing speed to be backed up from Highway 71, causing over an hour of backup. And a heads up over on Highway 21, the traffic lights are out at the intersection of FM 1854. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance flexes to fit your business needs. From quick repairs to adjustable coverages and even payment options, Progressive Commercial makes it easy to get what you need. Get a quote today in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Hey, it's Hannah from Central Texas' #1 sports bar, Rowdy Cowboy. If you love the Longhorns as much as Rowdy does, you will have to watch all the action on our 69 big screen TVs while enjoying ice-cold beer, craft cocktails, and our Texas-sized menu. And check out our Monday and Friday steak specials. So saddle up and head to Rowdy Cowboy, located off I-35 in Round Rock. Let's get rowdy. Visit us at Go Rowdy Cowboy.
When I beat the guys in my fantasy league, text wasn't enough. I used Smile Tunes to create a victory ballad specifically naming everyone I defeated. It was the most beautiful way to be a terrible winner. Visit SmileTunes.com and claim your ultimate victory soundtrack.
Every day in America, hundreds of thousands of dogs are euthanized for one simple reason: money. Pet shelters sadly don't have the money to feed them. And that's where Puppy Food Bank comes in. They provide shelters all across Texas with free pet food. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a loving donation of just $15 a month. Your donation will allow Puppy Food Bank to send rescue shelters free pet food. to help save pet lives. So please, join us.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and nearly 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. Left untreated, these veins can cause tired, heavy legs, swelling, burning, cramping, aching, even restless leg syndrome. In some cases, it can lead to serious health risks like blood clots. USA Vein Clinics offers minimally invasive treatments that take as little as 15 minutes, covered by most insurances. Call 512-546-3415 and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. Call 512-546-3415 for free information today. Imagine walking, exercising, and sleeping peacefully again. Varicose and spider veins won't go away on their own. USA Vein Clinics can help. Call 512-546-3415 for fast, easy, and affordable solutions. USA Vein Clinic treatments are covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 512-546-3415.
October 18th, Run for the Roses Austin. Sign up now at livestrong.org/run.
This is KVET AM Austin, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, an iHeart radio station, and your home for the Horns. Guaranteed human.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like Pop Rewind, hit music from the 2000s through today. Pink, Ed Sheeran, Taylor Swift, Bruno Mars, Imagine Dragons, and more. I'm in love with the shape of you. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Pop Rewind, and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Longhorns baseball plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Great stuff from our guy Joe Cook of Inside Texas. Coming up at the top of the hour, we will talk NFL. But right now, we've got to talk about the stuff that's going on at North Carolina. We were sitting here when Bill Belichick was hired as the head coach of the North Carolina Tar Heels. And the second that was announced, we said, this is a terrible, terrible hire. This is a guy that hadn't coached in college, has been removed. His legacy is in the NFL. Now he thinks he's going to come into college football with the NIL, try to manage it as they would at the New England Patriots. And this has been terrible. Well, to make matters worse, Mike Lombardi, his right-hand man, his general manager, has been placed on administrative leave. The university did not say he was suspended, but he is on paid administrative leave. Lombardi and Belichick have been together for a while. This is terrible, terrible timing here as we get ready to start the football season. No coaches can talk about this. Staff members or student athletes will be able to comment on the matter until the review is done. Mark, you and I have talked about this off air, on air. It's not about the X's and O's anymore. It's about stability. Bill Belichick, since he has been at North Carolina, going back to the stories about his young girlfriend being around, acting like she was the owner, operator, and the title holder of the university was a distraction from the very beginning. They did not go out and win. He's been losing players and losing ball games. And the thing that really pisses me off to no end, is they wanted to get rid of Mac Brown, somebody who is a Hall of Famer in college football and understands the dynamics
you said
of
wanted to get rid of him. They got rid of him.
True that.
And I was aggravated that they got rid of Mac Brown first off. And it's been a disaster. I told you I wasn't going to talk about him no more. That was a year ago. But here we are, and I'm going to talk about it.
Stuff for you to talk about.
The young girlfriend that went in there and sabotaged his career. She ruined it.
Yeah.
And then his second in command, he gets suspended because of giving improper benefits and not knowing all the rules. How do you get a big time job in college football and you don't know all the rules? How? Yeah. And then now your right hand, your number one in command, he gets sanctions from HR for indecent or...
Do we know this for a fact yet?
Yes. The reason that he is being removed with cause is because of inappropriate behavior. So now Belichick is out there. He don't have his number 2. He don't have his number 1. And because it's an HR violation, they have 30 days to sort this out. Or guess what? He could be removed.
Yeah.
30 days, guys.
Well,
get it together.
30 days, and they open the season August the 29th versus TCU.
That's what you want to hear.
Versus TCU in Dublin, Ireland. They're not even playing at home.
That's
they got to go across the pond.
Hard. That's what you want to hear when the season is almost here.
Yes.
Less than 2 months away.
And he was 4-8 in his first year as the head coach at North Carolina. I know the glitz and the glamour and looking at all those rings that he had. He wasn't bringing Tom Brady with him. He wasn't bringing Lawyer Malloy with him. He wasn't bringing Vrabel. He wasn't bringing all of those Gronk. He wasn't bringing those people with him. Yet North Carolina is now looked at as an abysmal organization. And here's the other part.
Boy, they finna lose so many recruits, and all the transfer, the portal guys are gonna be like,
They also made it to where scouts weren't allowed to come and look at their players. They weren't giving up film to Patriots personnel for their players. You got to be petty, and you got to have a grudge so bad. You know what caused this problem for him, Mark, though? Ego. It's amazing how bad an ego can make you look. And right now, this program is walking around with egg on their face because they thought they were getting Bill Belichick from from the 2000s.
From 2005.
Hey, the Juvenile and Cash Money Records were coming through those doors.
Mac Brown looking real good right now.
For sure. Hour number 1 is in the books. Hour number 2 is just around the corner.
Mac, come save us.
We will talk NFL news, notes, and nuggets. The vets are reporting, and the Cowboys are in camp. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, We're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Looking for love, friendship, or just a fun night out? Join us for Mingle at the Mound at Del Diamond on Friday, July 31st, when the Express take on the Reno Aces. Meet new people and stay for Budweiser Friday fireworks after the game. Tickets at rrexpress.com.
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years, so assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life that could have legal implications, it's important to know where you stand. What are your rights and responsibilities? Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis.
Are you one of the 7% of adults in the United States who are searching for an alternative to sleeping in a bed? Then let me introduce you to Z-Cliner, the revolutionary recliner designed by FlexSteel. The Z-Cliner, meticulously engineered with restful sleep in mind, making it an ideal bed alternative. A healthy life starts with a healthy night's sleep. Z-Cliner is more than just a recliner. It's a personalized comfort experience. It features multiple power adjustments like recline, headrest, lumbar, zero gravity, reducing pressure on your body, tech integrations like charging ports for easy modern living. We know life can be messy, stressful. That's why Z-Cliner is upholstered in a moisture and stain-resistant fabric. Perfect for all-day enjoyment, even homes with pets and kids. Z-Cliner, a complete sleep solution. Get started. Unmatched comfort. Zcliner.com/Dan Patrick today to find a Z-Cliner at a store near you.
And Doug.
Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons. And lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live. And you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
When power goes out and cell networks fail, AM radio can be a lifeline with local news, weather, and emergency information. But time is running out. AM radio could disappear from new cars unless Congress acts. Please text the 2 letters AM to 39179 and tell Congress to vote yes on the AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act. Text the letters AM to 39179. Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop. This message furnished by the station.
What if we told you Matt Damon was screaming on set to get his voice weather worn for The Odyssey? From the TikTok Podcast Network, Raiders of the Lost Podcast has the whole story about the biggest movies of the summer. Download the iHeartRadio app and search Raiders of the Lost Podcast now.
This is KVET AM Austin, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, an iHeart radio station, and your home for the Horns. Guaranteed human.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Harge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns. 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. Happy to be back in the seat again. I'm back and ready to rock and roll as Texas football is only 39 days away from the start of the season. We talked about Texas State coming to town, and we gave some love to their quarterback, Brad Jackson, and what he brings to the table. We said goodbye to our good friend Joe Cook of Inside Texas, as he is now off to pursue a new career, but he brought us some jewels, and he gave us a name to remember as we get ready for football season. We also talked about the situation at North Carolina. You ran Mac Brown out of town, and you thought you were going to get juvenile.
Now get on your knees and ask him
cash
back.
money records from the 2000, taking over for the 2000 Bill Belichick, and that is not what you got. You got the one that was the coach at the Cleveland Browns that got let go.
We want Mac. We want Mac.
We need Mac back in the game in North Carolina, and I know those fans are sitting there looking at this and was like, man.
If you're a North Carolina football fan, like right now, you're
Fugazi.
like, what are we doing? Why is this happening? What do we do to stop it?
You don't.
All you got to do is wait 30 days, because if Belichick can't get all of this stuff lined out, they can fire him for cause, and they don't have to pay all the money.
You ain't got to go home, sir.
But you got to tell your story walking.
Exactly. What an unbelievable.
Are they already looking hard?
They got to be. Here's the thing.
Because he could be gone. What do you do?
But you got to
elevate one of the.
You have to. If that's the case, you got to move somebody into that spot, because there's no way. There's no way you're going to be able to get a head coach to come in time.
In 30 days.
They play August the 29th in Dublin.
Oh my gosh. In out of the country, man.
They're going out of the country.
What a disaster.
He may not be able to go. He might be extradited. They might not let him go.
Well, we know who not going.
Yeah.
His number one, number two not going.
He's not.
I bet you his girlfriend goes.
Oh, she is sitting there. She's probably the one who turned his
She
name
booked
in.
the flight.
She's probably the one who turned his name in because she wants to be in charge. She wants to be the GM.
Wow.
Hey, man.
She changed.
Let's get them stories going. Let's get it going.
Just make it up.
Hey, allegedly. Let's get into this conversation, because the Dallas Cowboys have a ride in Oxnard. It is time for them to get ready to work. They will have a press conference today. We will bring you some of that tomorrow, as Jerry Jones and Schottenheimer will be able to address the media. They'll have practice starting tomorrow. One of the things that are on the top of the board is the new look defense for me. We've been talking about the fits and the schemes, but now we're about to see how it really comes down. This is a great opportunity for this team to change the narrative, so to speak, about them.
Yeah, you can say that.
Because we've seen what that offense has been able to do. Mm-hmm. Can they do it again? George Pickens is in camp. We'll see if he's going to be practicing.
It's supposed to be better.
You would think.
I mean, the offense, the only thing that's right now is a problem is what we talked about last year, and that's Tyler Guyton. If they can fix that left tackle spot, because they're having an open competition right now to see who's like he's not penciled in as a starter.
I think he'll be the starter. If I had to pick right now, Tyler Guyton is our starting left
Man,
tackle.
I'd say the guy that's coaching him, get Tyron Smith to come back.
Yeah, you've been talking about that for a while. If everybody's talking about Aaron Donald coming back, Mark wants to see Tyron Smith come back, and he's in great shape because
he looked like $1 million,
and he's been working with them to get him up to speed on what he should be doing as a left tackle. So that's why I believe that Tyler Guyton from Maynard will be getting that position. All right, I wanted to get into this because when you look at this new look team, the Cowboys, we've talked about it, the offense, it's going to be explosive. If you can get Jaden Blue on the same page as the team, he's a home run hitter, a little wiggle, a little to the house. You got the wide receiving core. I heard a conversation last week where they were saying that for the first time in history, you had a 4,000-yard passer, 1,000-yard back, 2,000-yard receivers, and you didn't make the playoffs.
Well, they're going to add to that with Jaden Blue being the home run hitter, and they're talking about Trigg being the second tight end that basically is a receiver.
He played at Baylor. Got a chance to see him multiple times. I even got a chance to talk to his offensive coordinator. He's a special, special talent. And a lot of people were surprised he didn't get drafted because he's that freaky of an athlete.
Well, it was also some speculation of some shady goings-ons in his past, then people don't want to take a chance on that, or you end up in a Belichick situation.
But this is the NFL. They always taking chances on
They
some
take
of those. Yeah, they always.
For the right production,
exactly.
I might put up with your stuff.
Right. Just remember, Rico Gathers, who used to play basketball at Baylor, they went and found him and got him on the field, and he was playing in the league for quite some time, whether it was practice squad with the Cowboys or even with the Arizona Cardinals. He got an opportunity. But this guy was an actual football player who was an actual freak on the field, and he had a good offense at Baylor. He had Sawyer Robertson throwing him the ball, Jake Spavital calling the plays, and they had a good running game. So there was some opportunities for all these guys. So it will be something to talk about. But you also have to look at, is this team going to be able to be a complete team? We talk about the defensive line. You brought up the offensive line. We've already talked enough about that offense. The only missing question from last year's team with the Dallas Cowboys was all about, can the defense stop a nosebleed? And they could not. And that was the biggest thing. So a lot of pressure is on Christian Parker this upcoming season. And whether it's fair or not, he's looked at as the golden child. He needs to come in and be like Eddie Murphy. I want the knife.
I want the knife.
And get it done, because this is what the Cowboys have been missing.
They not only have they been missing a defense, but they've been missing a defensive structure. They brought in 3 different defensive coordinators with 3 different ideologies, and the players don't always fit. Right. So now Christian Parker has been able to go and get the guys that fit what Jerry Jones is never. Guys, I'm going to say something that you never expected to hear this. Jerry Jones has never allowed, since Jimmy Johnson, a defensive or offensive coach to go and pick who the other coach is going to be on his roster.
Yep.
Schottenheimer picked Christian Parker, not Jerry Jones. So we're in Never Never Land right now.
Yeah.
This has never been done since 30 years. 30 years I've been miserable.
Hey.
I cried last year. I ain't gonna lie. I cried. Yeah. He gonna cry when you get outside. Yeah. The worst defense in the history of the NFL. Not just the Cowboys, but all 32 teams. Harge, I cry. I'm about to cry now.
Don't cry. Let it go. Let it go.
But I'm crying happy tears.
Oh, okay. If they happy tears, we'll let it be.
Because Christian Parker's going to save us.
Well, that's what we're hopeful of. We do believe that he has the secret sauce to having this team success. We'll hear from Christian Parker tomorrow, as well as Jerry Jones and, of course, Brian Schottenheimer.
Man, don't say sauce. You know I'm hungry.
Yeah, I know you are. But we're also going to talk about the Houston Texans, as they have been in the practices since last week. The veterans return today and get back on the field today. So this will give us an opportunity to see whether the O-line, the running back room, which we've talked about for them. C.J. Stroud, is he going to take another step in his development to get to that point of being that superstar quarterback that he dabbled with a couple years ago? We're also going to talk more tomorrow about the quarterback battles. There's some quarterback battles across the NFL that need to be discussed, that the Cowboys and the Texans will be facing at some point this season. And then, of course, you got to find out what's going on in San Francisco. NFL training camps for everybody. Everyone is in camp now. We are off and running, and we will be football. But coming up next, we got to talk basketball. That's right. Texas men's basketball. I want to talk about this roster. there were some interesting parts about this roster that we didn't get a chance to talk about. But then I also want to break down this schedule as the SEC schedule was released, and Texas opens the SEC right out the chute with one of the best teams in the country. We'll discuss that and more right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio app.
Baseball season is here, and the Round Rock Express are ready to take the field. Hear all the action right here on 1300 The Zone. Whether you're at home or on the road, stay connected with Round Rock Express Baseball live on 1300 The Zone.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival
Presented by Capital One
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena. Streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu. A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com.
Gear up, music fans. Hyundai is back again as a proud partner of the 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival. Join us as our electrifying all-star lineup hits the stage like never before.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
Delays are growing due to a crash and police investigation. All lanes are blocked off this morning on the 130 Toll Road northbound at FM 969. Delays now start from Pierce Lane, causing an hour and a half of backup. And you're seeing delays both east and westbound on Highway 21 at FM 1854 because the traffic lights are out at the intersection. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Capital One Bank. What's in your wallet? Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts. And most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
And Doug.
Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
If you run a business, you know how hard it is to get your customers' attention. Yet 85% of consumers say radio is the last thing they hear before shopping. Let iHeartRadio help you reach your next customer today at iHeartAdvertising.com.
This time of the year, it's about getting together. Summer weekends, holidays, having people over, firing up the grill, and just enjoying life. And if you're the one doing the grilling, you want something that you can really count on. That's why we love RecTech. RecTeq. They're wood-fired grills built for moments like this. You get more heat, consistent temperature control, and more stainless steel construction. Built like a tank, made to deliver years of incredible meals. RecTech's consistent temperature control keeps the heat steady, so you get reliable results every time. Whether you're cooking brisket, ribs, burgers, or steaks, top-rated RecTech grilling app will help you along the way to keep an eye on everything from your phone while you spend time with family and friends. Plus, thousands of five-star reviews and a U.S.-based support team. You're getting a grill you can trust. Your summer plans, make sure your grill is ready. RecTeq.com. RecTech, built by grillers for grillers.
This whole surviving life thing is pretty tough. Some people use therapy to get through it, others use their friends, and some just fight their way through. Whatever season of life you're in right now, this podcast is for you. Hi, I'm Morgan from The Bobby Bones Show and host of the new podcast, Take This Personally. I'm bringing on my friends and experts to cover a variety of topics in hopes of us all feeling a little less alone in this crazy world. Nicole, the neuroscientist, will help us understand why we are the way we are.
Our anxious brain or our emotional brain will make us believe things that are not necessarily true.
Jared can relate to fighting our hardest battles.
I was living on couches. Sometimes I was in my car,
I was just all over the place. I think about it now, how many people opened their doors to me.
We will explore what it means to change careers.
I think a lot of people put the pressure on their career to fulfill their passion, when your purpose or your passion and your calling can be something that's much deeper than just your job.
And how we can all find that special love in this wild dating era.
In order to find the right one, before you do that, you have to be able to identify the wrong one.
This podcast will be the guide you need to surviving life with a friend at your side.
If a friendship is about give and take, but we just want to give, and we're like, oh, I don't want to take, I don't want to impose, I don't want to inconvenience her, then you're not reaping the full benefits of friendship.
The first episode is out now. Download it wherever you get your podcasts.
Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and listen now.
Longhorns basketball plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
We are back at it here on the morning kickoffs. Make sure you stay locked in all afternoon. Of course, you get the voice of the Texas Longhorns. Our guy, Craig Way, will be on from 2 to 5, followed by Bucky and BK. They will take you into the evening as Round Rock Express baseball will be back on as well. But I want to get into this, Mark, because Texas basketball, they're 9 days away from the start of the season. But this offseason has been a very interesting one, and I felt like we need to put a bow on this a little bit. When you start to look at this Texas basketball team, they went out in the transfer portal. They went into the high school ranks and got some very, very talented guys, and they retained some guys to be able to stay here on the 40 acres. And looking at their basketball schedule, and I'll get into that in just a moment, they needed a lot of these guys. This is a team which also we have guys that are trying to get an extra year of eligibility. There's no room for those guys to come back to this university. I don't mean it in a disrespectful way, but you're looking at a Texas basketball team that has 15 guys on their roster. They got 5 guards, 5 forwards, and 5 bigs that are considered bigs. You look at what you've been able to see from David Punch. He is 6'7", 245. He came in through the transfer portal. You look at Matas Vokatitis, 7 foot, 255. But the story to me is the weight gain of a lot of these players. Mikey Lewis, 6'3", 185. He gained 10 pounds since he's been at the University of Texas. Isaiah Johnson, 6'2". By the way, the smallest player on the team is 6'2", 182. He gained 12 pounds since he's been here at the university. You got Austin Gooseby, who is 6'5". He's gained 20 pounds since he's been here at Texas. Then you go to your forwards, Elijah Freeman, 6'8", 205, gained 20 pounds since he's been here. Amari Evans, he's 6'5", 220. And Bo Ogden is 6'6", 215. He's gained 20 pounds. And Joe Sterling, 6'4", has gained 25 pounds. Think about that. That's the difference from going to a place that did not care about weights as much, from some of these guys that transferred in that may not have really wanted to put that in the program, to guys coming from high school who were just athletic enough, and now they're getting that weight. Now they're going to be even more of a force, and they're already talented. This might be, Marcus Spears Jr., 6'9". He lost weight.
Reclassified.
He lost weight to come here. So, I mean, this is one thing that I continue to see, and I believe is going to be the difference for this Texas basketball team. This is going to be a different-looking Texas basketball team.
They're going to be a bigger, more physical team. They're going to be able to shoot the ball at a higher clip. They have 4 guys on that team that they added that shoot above 37%, which, to just put in perspective, Pope, who nailed a lot of shots, was shooting 33, 34%. And you have 4 of those? Yeah. is going to be a little different. I think the other thing is these guys have come from high school programs. They're not always eating real food, Harsh. They eat McDonald's, they eat Burger King, Taco Bell, and stuff like that. Now they have a training table. They have a nutritionist, and they have people following them around. Hey, did you take your vitamins? Here, take these vitamins. Drink this electrolyte drink. Like, they have people getting them right. The guy that I keep telling everybody that'll listen is Sterling. I watched him play a lot of clips of him playing in AAU as well as him playing in high school. He has a filthy, nasty left hand inside out dribble. And he kind of throws the ball across his body to himself to get his own shot. That's something that he's worked on 1,000 times because it looks polished. And he's probably going to be maybe 11th man off the bench.
Yep.
Like, that's crazy.
Well, I mean, unless he goes out there and plays well during the practices, doing the things and understanding the offense. I've talked to Vic Schaefer about this numerous times. He said the biggest adjustments for a lot of kids when they come from high school to play D1, high D1 basketball, is the speed of the game and the retention of the offense or defense and what you need to do as far as effort. Well, a lot of these guys nowadays are playing elite basketball the entire time. Austin Gooseby played for Dynamic Prep. Bo Ogden played for Westlake, and they played for a state championship. There's going to be, yes, growing pains a little bit, but these guys have already played at some high
know how to
competition.
win.
And
They know what it feels
and
like
they know
to
the
compete.
speed of the game
Yeah.
because of who they were playing against. So a lot of this can be adjusted, and it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is the schedule that the Texas basketball team has, and they open up SEC play day after New Year's. January the 2nd. They will take on the Florida Gators here at the Moody Center. Then they're on the road the next two games against Georgia and Ole Miss. They will take on Auburn and Oklahoma the following weeks at home. Then they go to LSU, Baton Rouge on the 19th or the 20th.
The Red Stick.
Yeah, on the 23rd, they will take on the Arkansas Razorbacks at home. We'll get to see John Calipari here at Moody Center. Then on the 26th, 27th, they will travel either one of those days. They will be at South Carolina. They will play Kentucky on the January the 30th. February the 6th, they are back at Florida. They will host Alabama here. They go to Vanderbilt, play A&M, and then on the road at Oklahoma and Mississippi State, followed by Tennessee, Missouri at home, and end the season against Texas A&M on March the 6th. That's a busy schedule.
Yeah.
That's a tough
Not only is
SEC
it a busy
schedule.
but it's a hard schedule.
Yes.
But I wouldn't want it any other way.
But you get Florida at home, you get Auburn and Oklahoma at home, Arkansas, Kentucky, Alabama, Texas A&M, Tennessee, and Missouri. You get all of them at home.
I know you're gonna doubt what I'm gonna say right now. But Harge, I think that Texas can win in basketball and football in the same year. If that happens, they better grease the poles downtown because we streaking. We gonna riot.
So you believe that Texas has the ability to win
with all the talent that they have, with the coaching staffs that they've assembled, with the support of the fan base, with everything lining up, that the standard is going to be the standard. And I don't see it being anything different than women's softball or Texas going to the World Series. Like I don't see any difference. I see these teams succeeding and going to the highest, and that is the championship games in the division as well as the national tournament.
Interesting. I mean, I don't want to
You don't want to jinx it.
No,
I don't believe
doubt
in
it. I don't want to doubt it. I mean, I'm you know as well as I do, I'm excited to see what this Texas men's basketball team is going to look like.
They're going to be filthy.
And this will be one of those things that we've talked about before. And the question has always been, and even our guy Eric Henry of Horns 247, he got flack about this. He said this could be a team that rivals the excitement of Texas football. I don't disagree with him. I just think that football is such a prominent deal that everybody is always wanting to talk about football because football is the front step.
That is obviously somebody from outside of the state of Texas making a comment. Bro, easy with the I'm saying that they're going to win too, but I'm just saying, like, you know, don't write the article about how the basketball is going to rival football. You know how sensitive Texans are about football. I'm not going to do that. I like you, Harge. In fact, I don't think there's nothing wrong with me saying you're one of my favorite people in Austin.
But what?
There's no but to it.
I thought you was about to say
I
something
wasn't
about
going to say a
basketball.
but. I was going to add to it. I know that me and you are going to have differences. And I'm not going to bring up the difference. I'm going to accentuate the positive.
Well, you're going to have a chance to do that one in just a minute because right now the world's strongest take is just around the corner.
Oh,
so
man.
insinuate the positives right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
Delays are growing due to a crash and police investigation. All lanes are blocked off this morning on the 130 Toll Road northbound at FM 969. Delays now start from Pierce Lane, causing an hour and a half of backup. And you're seeing delays both east and westbound on Highway 21 at FM 1854 because the traffic lights are out at the intersection. I'm Jason Fosdick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Capital One Bank. What's in your wallet? Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts. And most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
Looking for a great deal on a new truck? Head to Covert Chevy in Hutto. It's now open on Sundays for your convenience. Right now, get $13,923 off of MSRP on a new 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 LTZ. Whether it's for work, the ranch, or your next road trip, there's never been a better time to drive home in a Silverado. Visit Covert Chevy Hutto and experience the Covert difference. That's a Covert deal. That's Covert Chevy Hutto right off of 79 in Hutto. CovertChevyHutto.com. Together, let's drive.
In this edition of the Marketers Report, Kelsey Agostinelli, Vice President of Marketing Operations for Mars, talks about the mindset of the listener.
Trust in a platform or trust in a brand comes from transparency. iHeart's commitment to being uniquely human is all about transparency. Leverage the tools where they make sense, but don't fool anyone.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia connects marketers to the audiences, live events, and trusted influencers you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartAdvertising.com.
We wouldn't be celebrating America 250 if it wasn't for a strong foundation set by the framers. Hamilton built America's financial foundation on sound money, later embodied by the gold standard. But we abandoned that discipline in 1971 and have seen inflation erode the dollar's value. What's the foundation of your savings? Is it gold or something that can be devalued? Hi, it's Dr. Ron Paul, and I encourage you to speak with my friends at Birch Gold Group about diversifying an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. Learn more by requesting a free info kit on gold IRAs. Just text the word SECURE to the number 989898. Let Birch Gold help you build your foundation with gold. Text the word secure to the number 989898. Text secure to 989898.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin weather, some clouds this morning will make way for sunny skies for your Tuesday afternoon, a high of 98. Partly cloudy tonight, a low in the mid-70s. Wednesday, a mix of sun and clouds, a high of 100.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, an easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
A lot of apps like to say they're free until they ask for your credit card. iHeartRadio is different. No required subscriptions, no trial periods, no surprise charges. We make money from our advertisers, not from you. It's the same radio you've never paid for. Live radio stations, playlists, podcasts, and artist stations, all in one app. So if you haven't already, download the free iHeartRadio app. Free radio. Always has been, always will be. Now wherever you go.
iHeartRadio. We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the OSAA, are the 99,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Oregon. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible, because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Wake up with Harge and Henry in the morning kickoff on 1300 The Zone.
That's what I do. That's what I do. You heard the beat drop. You know what that means. WWE Hall of Famer and World's Strongest Man, the Mark Henry, brings you his World's Strongest Take. Take it away, big fella.
All right.
Yes.
You know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for the World's Strongest Take by the World's Strongest Man. Back then, they didn't know me. But now that I'm hot, they all on me. All right. Guys, another edition of the World's Strongest Take. And I said I wasn't going to do it no more, but I feel compelled to talk about it hard. And that is more of where LeBron James ended up and what's going to happen with his team. And there was a conversation that I heard between Stephen A. Smith and Shaquille O'Neal that spawned this conversation. Ronald, can you play that?
What's about that move?
I don't like y'all calling my man a ring chaser.
I didn't call him that.
Okay, I'm just checking. Okay. I don't think it's for him. See, it's funny to me that people that don't have rings are saying, "Oh, he's a ring chaser." No, he's continuance chasing. He's chasing the chance to continue to be great, to continue to add legacy to his book. Listen, he knows. Well, he doesn't really know yet, but you know and I know when this thing is over, it's over. You can't come back. Once you retire, once your body says, "I can't go no more," it's over. This guy feels he has 2-3 years left. Why not try to get another championship? I did it. I did it with Boston. After I won 3 in a row and then won 1 in Miami, hey, towards the end of my career, let me go play with Paul and KG and, be like the, fourth guy and rebound and set picks and, see if I can win one. And, that's what he's doing. However, I'm anxious to see how this team is going to work. The person I feel sorry for is Tyrese Maxey. And let me tell you why. He came in a regular guy. Joel Embiid was hurt most of the year. Tyrese rose up like, hey, I'm the star. This is my team. Now you bring Jaylen Brown in. Is he going to take a step back? And not only that, you bring LeBron in. Is he going to take another step back? Now Joel comes in shape and he wants to play. He's going to have to revert back to just being a regular guy. And will that affect him? Because he was starting to make a name for himself. I think he made the all-star team. He was a star. And, sometimes, somebody or one or two people on that team is going to have to defer. Defer to who? I don't know. Whether defer to Jalen, defer to LeBron, defer to Embiid, I don't know. But 4 big-name guys, everybody can't get off every night.
No, well, Shaq, I hate to completely disagree with you, but I'm have to disagree. Like, the facilitator is going to be LeBron James. He's the best passer, the most cerebral of all of those guys on the team. And he's going to be the coach on the floor. Joel Embiid is not a factor as stealing Maxi's thunder. LeBron James does not want to steal the thunder of Tyrese Maxey. He's going to enhance it. What did LeBron do in Miami? He drew the double team. He let Dwayne Wade slash through the middle, and he hit him. He drew the double team. Dwayne Wade came around a pick and pop. He took the shot or drove to the basket. Chris Bosh was a defensive guy. He was a rebounds guy. He would give you 10, 12 points. That's what LeBron and Embiid's job is going to be. Brown is an assassin. He can do it all. And LeBron James is going to set him up. Why would you try to outrun everybody? If you want to do the young legs thing, when LeBron James goes to the bench for that 12 minutes a game, 14 minutes a game, hey, Edgecombe, Tyrese, they're tired now. Beat them up the floor. It's strategy to basketball. Basketball is not a sport like football where your physicality can make your talent seem useless. There are times, the Chicago Bears 85, it didn't matter what you did schematically. They were bigger, stronger, meaner, more aggressive, and they attacked you. Football, that's different. Basketball is a game of skill and strategy, and LeBron James is the best at that. He's going to get the best out of those guys. What say you?
Putting $100 on the table right now, the 76ers will not win the championship. I agree partially from you, but I agree more with Shaq in the fact that you are stunning the growth of somebody that has emerged himself as a future star in this league. You're chasing a ring, which is great. I guess the word should not be called chasing. You are able to.
Everybody should be ring chasing.
Agree 100% with that.
That's a thing that I think that, just like Shaquille said, that's what people that don't have say.
Correct. But my thing is, I see why LeBron did it for himself, but for Maxey, I do see why he's stunning his growth. I do see why he's stunning Edgecombe's growth at those positions. These are guys that need to be on the court. Now, if they're going to
be starters.
If they're the all starting five, well, I mean, what you going to do when OB comes back? What
Embiid is going to be playing 20 minutes a game. And the only reason that he's going to play 20 minutes a game is so you don't get fined. I'm here so I don't get fined. He is not going to be they're saving him. They're going to save him to the playoffs and hope that the yellow light don't come on.
Yeah.
You save him. And then you put him in the dump. You put him under the basket. You put him at the top of the key so he doesn't have to run from the baseline up the floor with those guys at their speed. Like, you protect the players from themselves. That's why I love basketball so much, is because of the schematics.
Let's put it like this. They're going to have a tough road to hoe, even with LeBron James, because LeBron James is not the 25-year-old LeBron James. LeBron James is an older LeBron James. I don't care that he's built with polyurethane. I could care less. What I'm saying, or what is it, the titanium from Black Panther.
No, vibranium.
Yeah, vibranium, titanium, Lakers in 5. Knicks in 5. They still got a battle with the Knicks, and that's a team that is coming back. They still got to make their way with Giannis Antetokounmpo and that crew in Miami. They're going to have their work cut out for
Tyrese
them.
Halliburton is back in Indy.
$100 on the table. The Sixers do not win. I will take the field over the Sixers.
I'll take the Sixers out of the West. I'm going to take that $100. The East.
Yeah.
I'm going to take that.
I said against the field. They're not winning the championship. That's
Let's
what I
say
said.
East, man.
No, because why would then I'll make it 50.
Then they're coming out.
Then I make it 50.
I want the Spurs to win.
Well, then that's what I'm saying. But they making this move. Philly and LeBron is making this move to win the championship.
It's going to come down to one of them.
We'll see. 100. It won't be the Sixers.
100.
Because Philly will be torn up. Coming up with the final kick, we're going to discuss Cowboys. We're going to talk Horns. And what about the Texans? We'll talk about all of that in our final kick right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app.
The voice of the Horns, Craig Way on 1300 The Zone, weekdays at 2.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
2 right lanes are now blocked off due to a crash on 183 southbound at Oak Knoll Drive. It's also forcing the entrance ramp to merge early. Overall, it's about a 20-minute backup. Delay start from Anderson Mill. And all lanes remain closed down for a crash and police investigation on the 130 Toll Road northbound at FM 969. Your hour-and-a-half delay starts from Pierce. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Capital One Bank. What's in your wallet? Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts. And most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this ad for your morning commute to wake you up, which could help your driving. Science says that stimulating the brain increases alertness. So here's a pop quiz. How many months have 28 days? What gets wetter as it dries? What has keys but can't open locks? If you don't want to hear the answers, turn off this Liberty Mutual ad now. 12 months, a towel, piano. Enjoy being fully alert.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Remember when everyone was creating those LeBron tribute songs? Now it's your time to shine. Create your own with Smile Tunes. Honor your favorite player, team, or your Little League star with a custom song from Smile Tunes. Visit SmileTunes.com and create your own anthem today.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. and happy 50th.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and nearly 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. Left untreated, these veins can cause tired, heavy legs, swelling, burning, cramping, aching, even restless leg syndrome. In some cases, it can lead to serious health risks like blood clots. USA Vein Clinics offers minimally invasive treatments that take as little as 15 minutes, covered by most insurances. Call 512-546-3415 and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. Call 512-546-3415 for free information today. Imagine walking, exercising, and sleeping peacefully again. Varicose and spider veins won't go away on their own. USA Vein Clinics can help. Call 512-546-3415 for fast, easy, and affordable solutions. USA Vein Clinic treatments are covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 512-546-3415.
I'm Nick Turturro. You probably know me from NYPD Blue, The Longest Yard, or Spike Lee's Black Klansman. And on my new podcast, Delivering Happiness with Nick Turturro, I deliver pizza to a new guest. I've shared a slice with everyone, from Seth Rollins. What are you doing, my belt? To Bill Burr.
I don't think I've ever met somebody so exactly out of their mind.
We even have more great guests coming up, including John Turturro.
It's called happiness, delivering happiness.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Delivering Happiness with Nick Turturro, and listen now.
DQ presents Being a Miracle Maker. Making a difference in your community has never been easier because July 30th is Miracle Treat Day at DQ. You buy a blizzard tree at participating locations, and DQ will donate $1 or more to Children's Miracle Network to benefit your local children's hospital. So on July 30th, buy a blizzard tree and be a miracle maker, a blizzard eating hero, doing their part on Miracle Treat Day. July 30th, DQ. Happy tastes good.
Join the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way, each day from 2 to 5 p.m. for the Craig Way Show on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff. Hour number 2 is coming to an end. Just remember to stay tuned as Dan Patrick follows us, followed by Colin Cowherd, and, of course, the Craig Way Show, the voice of the Texas Longhorns, which you can hear the Texas Longhorns, all the action on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app, followed by Bucky and BK, and, of course, closing out the night with the Round Rock Express. But we are here with you, and this segment is called The Final Kick. And what I have is some questions for you, Mr. Mark Henry. Georgia number 1, Texas number 2. Do you feel that's right, or do you feel that's wrong?
I feel it's right. And Ric Flair said it best. In order to beat the man, you got to beat the man.
Okay, do that again.
In order to beat a man,
there you go.
You got to beat the man. And the Longhorns have not beaten Georgia yet.
I agree with that 100%. I believe that the voters got it right until Texas.
Don't be sending me no dirty letters and messages either, y'all. Y'all know I'm right.
And Texas knows that they have to go out there and handle their business, so we'll see what ends up happening there. Is it disrespect or is it fair? Arch Manning, named second team All-SEC.
I would say that is not disrespect. Like, Arch has some things to prove. He proved them in the last 7 games he played. But I think Chambers, being able to go to the playoffs had a leg up on him.
Yep, I think it's fair as well. Arch Manning, chip on the shoulder, go out there and play. Obviously, I believe he's the best quarterback in the conference. He may be the best quarterback in the land, and he might be the number 1 overall pick if he decides that he wants to come out. But to start the season coming in as the second team quarterback, that means that some people don't believe the hype, and now he has to go out there and handle that. Cowboys going into training camp, what's their biggest question?
Biggest question is, will this defense, will it flip? Will it flip from 32 in the league to 15 in the league.
That's a good one. I like that. And staying with the defense, my biggest question is who is going to be the corners and the safeties? Who is going to be the one to emerge to help in the secondary to not give up those big plays? Final question. What's keeping the Houston Texans from going to the Super Bowl?
Having your quarterback have to get up off the ground with help every play. The offensive line had to be fixed. They made adjustments and brought in basically a brand new offensive line. So if this offensive line can hold up and do the job, then we'll see a Houston get to make a run. They'll win at least 2 playoff games.
Well, one of the things, too, that I continue to look at when it comes to the Houston Texans is we always talk about defense winning championships, right? This defense is immaculate. I mean, it is one of the best in NFL history. They go back and forth, and each level they have stars that can continue to get better. I don't care about that. One thing that I want to see happen, yes, C.J. Stroud, getting back to who C.J. Stroud was when he won Rookie of the Year and how he went down. I want to see what that wide receiving core is going to look like, not by the start of the season. What is it going to look like at the end of the season? Yeah. Are they going to be able to take those strides to become superstars in their own right? And last but not least, the thing that I feel is keeping them from getting to the Super Bowl, can they run the football? They have to be able to run the football. And if they can do that, that's something that we can prepare for and continue to
I
look
have
at.
A question to ask you.
Yep.
Like, what did you call yourself on vacation?
What you mean? What?
I asked, I was like, you said you were a what?
What?
Why you on vacation?
A tourist. I was a tourist. I was treated like a tourist.
Oh, it's a tour.
Oh, it's tourist. Yeah, I was a tourist.
Okay.
But I was a tourist. I will say this. I'm still in it. I will say this, that going to a foreign place where things are a little bit different than and they move at a different pace than you do.
A snail's pace.
What is that one? Oh man, what is it called? A sleuth?
Yeah.
Yes, they are moving at a sleuth's place. And
sloth.
A sloth, but he's a sleuth.
One of them too.
Yeah, what? I mean, they go together. They go together. But yes, it is
hard. Just to get stuff done, we had to hire a
outside company.
Yes, to come in and push people.
Right.
Like, hey, we need to get this done. I sent you my guy's information.
Yes, and he was very helpful with a lot of things. We were in a situation that needed some help, and he was trying to provide some remedies for us. But, let's put it like this. I am thankful for my time. I am thankful for being on vacation with my family. We had a great time besides a couple incidences. But for the most part, man, being able to be on that water and really enjoy it is something that I think I need to do that a little bit more to calm myself down a little bit.
Okay, that sounds good, man. Yeah. You need that because you get uptight sometimes. I want to know if either one of the grandbabies ate sand.
No, they ate stuff. That's because they kept falling, but they were okay.
They just ate it.
Yeah, they ate it, and whatever it was in the way, that's what they ate.
Oh
but yeah,
man,
we had a great
I'm so
time.
glad y'all had a good time.
Yeah,
man.
Definitely needed that, but I'm glad to be back because the trip was planned around school and football season. School starts next week or 2 weeks. And football does as well. So I'm excited about it. I'm back here talking all things Texas football. We'll have more tomorrow. Danny Davis of the Austin American Statesman will be joining us Tarleton president James Hurley will be joining us to talk about Tarleton moving into a new conference, new arena, and things that are happening. And, oh, yeah, they won a Director's Cup, too. So they're going to talk about that and so much more. We're going to also be talking because we'll be 38 days, Mark, 38 days away from the start of the football season. And we'll hear from Coach Sark. We'll talk Arch Manning. And, of course, we got to bring up that Texas defense. For my man, Mark Henry, for our guy, Ronald, I'm Hardball Harge. And just remember this, folks. Don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar and sand. Right here on the Morning Kickoff. Peace.
Therapy Thursday with Ellen K is now a podcast. Love triangles, family feuds, secrets that should